Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach trainer. So here's something interesting. I thought I did a live a few minutes ago, but it turns out I didn't have the settings done properly. So if you're seeing this for the second time, I apologize, but I don't think you are. If you're joining me, give me a wave, say hello. Let me know what resonates with you and what does not. There are reasons for this. First of all, I really like to know I'm not always talking to myself, though I'm actually kind of okay with that. I prefer having a conversation with you. The other piece, and this is much more important, when you add your thoughts and your comments, others realize they're not alone in their experiences. Now, you'll see me make posts and you'll hear me make recordings about steps we can take on our healing journey to feel better. And I think that's really important. But something I probably don't talk about as much as I should on here, it's certainly something I address with clients when we're working one-on-one, is honoring the need to rest. You can see the art behind me has a path. I think about this grief journey as being a path. You hear me speak again and again and again about walking this path hand in hand, arm in arm. And it's true, it's how I feel. But I also want to bring to mind any sort of journey we make. Any hike I've ever taken, I've made time to rest along the way. Grief exhausts us on levels that I would never have imagined as fully as I did when I began my own most profound grief journey. It exhausts us physically, mentally, emotionally. It exhausts us to the degree that sometimes we have a hard time thinking. And even though we can be completely exhausted, there are times that sleep eludes us. And so I ask you to take what I write and what I say and take it in if it works for you that day. Set it aside for another day if it does not resonate in that moment. Right now is December 7th. We're in the middle of the holiday season, which is incredibly stressful and exhausting, even while it can be incredibly exciting and pleasurable. All those things can happen at the same time. At this time right now, we're also going through the pandemic, a worldwide pandemic. There's fear, there's anxiety, there's profound grief for many people, even while there's great hope and excitement because vaccines are going to be released very soon. Again, all of these things can coexist. When you're grieving, and all grief deserves to be honored and respected, whether it's a financial reversal, the loss of health, rehoming, or losing a pet, a relationship that ends, anything else. It all matters. And I'm particularly thinking of the grief that comes when someone we love has died. I want to encourage you to honor your heart. When it feels like today is a day I need to sit back, do so. Give yourself that opportunity to rest and recharge. It might be spending time with a cup of coffee and in a chair. For me, it was really helpful to spend a lot of time on my own. It was also very, very helpful for me to spend time with close friends. Good morning, Susie. Oh, thank you, my dear. I'm so glad that you find this helpful. And Susie, you're on your own grief journey. And I want to say you're doing it with such rich heart. For each and every one of us, we wouldn't expect to drive cross country without ever stopping to recharge, to rest, to consider where we've been and where we want to go. And yet, somehow, when our heart has been broken, we might imagine that we don't need that, and we do. Please, if someone tells you you need to do this, you got to do that, you should be feeling, take their words and sort of try them on. Do they fit? Does the suggestion help you? If so, go ahead, step into it to the degree that feels right for you. But understand when people say things, they're saying it from their own perspective. No one has traveled your grief journey. Even those who have lost the same person are grieving a different relationship than you. And so I ask you again and again to allow yourself to move forward at the pace that's right for you, but also to honor your heart, honor your mind, honor your body, and rest. Give yourself the opportunity to simply reminisce, to process, to feel. The holidays can be very stressful for many people for a myriad of reasons. And right now, you're having your own very unique experience. For me, it's very helpful to go around and think about the decorations I've put up, and almost everyone has an incredible memory. And that's part of it for me. Susie says grief is a pretty private thing. I'd love to hear more about that, Susie. For me, I agree with you in many ways, and I think I understand what you're saying. Please let me know if I've got it right or wrong, because my experience is mine. I lost my youngest son. And I think about the additional grief, the secondary wounds as friends simply went away. That brought a level of grief as well. It helps to share, and there were times that I needed to keep it to myself. But no matter what, I knew nobody else could feel or understand exactly the same. Is that what you mean? Because your relationship is yours and no one else can quite get there because no one else can think or feel or remember the same experiences because of the relationship to the person. I agree with you completely. I agree completely. And so your journey is your own. We walk this journey with others, and I hope that we are able to appreciate those who are supporting. And I hope that we are able to say no, thank you to those who give us suggestions or tell us what to do when it doesn't feel okay. Your journey is yours, but you're not alone. You're never alone. The one you love is with you. I believe that as surely as I know we're connecting in this moment. And I want you to know that you don't need to walk this grief journey feeling isolated. If you'd like to know how to work with me one on one as your grief coach, or to train you as a grief coach yourself, just send me a private message. More than anything, I want to encourage you to trust your heart, to trust yourself to reach out when the time is right, and to know it's a beautiful gift to others to ask for their support. Know that you matter. Know that you are loved. Please take very gentle care of you today. Namaste.